Hey, what's going on there, everybody? Cloud of Truth here with some more Battlefield 3 gameplay for you all. And the first thing I would like to say before introducing what you guys are going to be watching today is that a huge shout out and thank you is going to go to SmartMMGaming, who was willing to design a brand new, awesome channel background for me. There'll be a link down in the description to his own channel. Please go check it out. It's such a cool background. Also, I'll leave an annotation on the screen of this video to my own channel. It'll open up in a brand new tab, so you can go check out the background if you haven't already seen it for yourself. And like I said, it is pretty freaking awesome. He took the time out of his busy schedule to do this for me, and that is something I really do appreciate. Thank you so much, man. And I gotta say, my favorite part about this, the background design that is the on the right side below the Battlefield 3 Premium is the dog tag. It's got my own name on there, and that I thought was an awesome touch he added, and that's just something, when I saw it, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So thanks so much again, man. I do appreciate it. I've had the same one on my channel for a while, and it's just time to freshen things up a little bit. I still do think the one I had previously was pretty darn cool. It's still a great background design, but you know, as the channel progresses, it's time to change things up, add a new look to it. So once again, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you being willing to do that for me. But today's gameplay you guys are going to be watching is some team deathmatch here on Epicenter for just a little bit, running recon class with the M417, which is, I guess you could say, surprising maybe. I feel like it is because personally I don't run, at least in my videos that I post, I don't use sniper gameplay all that much because I'm really not that good at it. If I run recon class, it's with a PW or just the sexy, awesome Spaz 12. I mean, I don't know if there's any sight better than just watching the Spaz go to work. I mean, it's just, you just stand there in awe, just jaw-dropping. I mean, maybe the Tiger. Watching the 240B, just going ham, just going off. I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome, so you got him in. But that's just, I don't post much sniper gameplay. It's just because I'm not that good at it. I mean, I try to get better, even though you see all the game's been out for, what, a year, getting close to a year and a half. It's just something I've never really been that good at. Now, on occasion, I'll get lucky. Generally, I find the lower power or lower optic scope I use, the better I do, but overall, I'm just not that good at it. But the second part is going to be some Conquest on North Shore Canals, which you're watching here. Gunning in the LAV to start things off, and then to finish out the video, going to be some infantry gameplay with the G36C in the Engineer class. But today's main topic of the video is going to be something that's, I didn't really think I would do a video about this, but kind of after now, going back and, I don't know, going it over again in my mind, the little that I do remember, because it's been several days since this event happened, and that was one of the guys I play with. I think it was Blue Jays, what it was. Told me about a group of guys that play Battlefield 3, a clan, and he's played with, that take things to a whole new level in terms of strategy, tactics, you know, how they do things when it comes to video games. They take things to a whole new level beyond the average player, or even the tactical player. The guys that play tactically, he says this is when they take it to a whole new level. Now, bear with me throughout this commentary because I don't remember everything that he said in exact detail, word for word. It is midterms. My brain is just flooded with school material, so recalling something that somebody said for 5 minutes a few days ago is going to be a little bit difficult. Like I said, bear with me. I'll try to remember as much as I can. And man, if you're watching this video, Jay, please comment down below. You're the one that plays with them. You know exactly what they do. So just let me know down in the comment section, you know, anything else you would like to add to this, that is. But most people, when they play first-person shooters, that's the genre I'm going to use. You can implement strategy tactics in many different forms of video game genres, but in terms of first-person shooters, generally the average player that wants to win, that wants to help their team win, uses fairly simple tactics, call-outs, means of team play, different things like that. It's pretty standard. For instance, example like, you know, you get killed. Hey, watch out, there's a guy up on your left behind a shipping crate. Little things like that. That's pretty standard. I do it myself. You don't have specific names, specific ways for saying, you know, where you died, how you died, this and that. You use kind of directional things and objects unless you have specific names for parts of the map. Now, competitive players are a little bit different, but from what he says, these guys aren't, in terms of being competitive, skill level wise, he says they're not really there at all. I don't know exactly how many of them are amazing, or if they're just, you know, kind of average players. It's, you know, that's fine. You can play the game however you want, but from what he says is these guys aren't really, like, seriously into competitive in terms of winning, like, a lot. I mean, they play together as a team a bunch, but from what he says, these guys take those kind of call-outs, those tactics, to a different level. They take it to a point where he says whenever he plays with them, it's like there's no fun in the game. They do things, the way they go about things, the strategies that they use. They're not necessarily bad strategies, but it changes up how you play the game, and it's almost like it's just like you're being controlled. You have to use certain things. You have to say particular parts. You have to, the way you make call-outs, the way you, anything like that. They have like a ranking system within their own clan in terms of what you, I guess, you can do, or I don't know if it's what you can say, but they also, in terms of, one example I'll use, which I do remember, he said, when you cross a street, you have, only one person at a time can go. You have to, one person goes, the next one goes. It's like, there's so many streets in these games in Battlefield that if you did that every time, it would take you forever to move across a map. Now, it is using tactics. Some people will say, hey, that's fine. Little things like that. Okay, that if you want to do that, look, I ain't got a problem with it. That's your personal choice. But personally, I feel like when you do things like that, when you start to take this game so seriously, it almost ruins the fun of it. Now, if they have fun because they're doing this, then go for it. But it's something I want to ask you guys. Can you take games too seriously? Can you take them to a point where it's no longer fun? And is that something that is, I won't necessarily say is bad, but is that something that really you should be careful of doing so? Because video games are just really a form of entertainment. This is what you do to pass the time. Kind of like going to hang out with your friends somewhere. You go hang out and use events or wherever you go as a means of social gathering. And video games are the same thing. You just hang out with friends that have common interests and play games, and you do this for fun. Now, like I said, if these guys love doing this, if they have fun while doing so, that's great. But I want to ask you guys once again in the comment section, do you think, when is going too far with video games? When is taking things too far that's cutting out the fun? I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about this down below. Jay, if you're watching this video, man, please comment. I'd really love to hear what you have to say because you are the one that plays and know what they do. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to rate it and leave your thoughts about it below. See you next time.